Hello everybody. Wow. It's about that time again where we make another Core Keeper playthrough or guide, a little bit of both pretty much. If you're accustomed to my previous ones, you probably see me get to like episode 50 on one of our other ones that we did for playthroughs. What ended up happening was I realized that 1.0 was going to come out pretty soon, and I'm like, you know what, we might as well wait till 1.0. Turned out that it was a little bit longer than expected, but regardless, here we are. This is the official release of Core Keeper. Pretty amazing. So I was just kind of doing a little bit of research. I'm just going to triple check to make sure. Switch coming to Core Keeper. Switch coming to Core Keeper. Core Keeper coming to Switch. It looks like Core Keeper is going to be coming out September 17th on the Nintendo Switch. I mean, here's the thing. I obviously love Core Keeper, but I'm very excited for it to come to the Switch. I started playing my Switch again, and the fact that it's coming out on there, it's going to be pretty interesting because I feel like I'm going to play it on there like while I'm just chilling and stuff. So very excited for that. But nonetheless, I'm extremely happy to be back again, doing some YouTube videos, especially on a different game. And I'm telling you, Core Keeper has won my heart over. And if you just got into Core Keeper now, you're probably realizing just how amazing this game is. If this game does not sweep over like most of the games on Steam, I would be very surprised. It's been in the behind the scenes for a while, and I feel like everybody's just going to fall deeply in love with it, just like I did. So here we go. This is going to be, of course, the new release, which is the 1.0. There's been a drastic amount of changes, and instead of doing what I normally do where I go through all the changes, let's just experience them together. This series is going to hopefully go on for a long time until we're finished, and I might periodically have people join in and whatnot during the actual YouTube video, just like I did before with our other friends. So for now, let's start it out fresh and have a little fun. All right, so one thing I wish I could do, oops. I want to backspace that here. One thing I wish I could do is actually go through here and like maneuver where these are. What's the ... do? Oh, I guess you can't do that. So let's go to lucky number, I don't know, let's go like number 13. Let's call this one YouTube 2024 1.0. There's a world seed in case anybody wants to copy that. Not to say that you're going to. And of course, oh, hey, I already made. Oh, yeah, this is my last world. Should I make it again? What should I call this one? Let's go back to 13 again. Standard character, and my background. I want to be a miner, and I want to randomize my looks. And let's go back to a miner there, and let's name myself. What should I name myself? I was going to name myself Sleeper, but then I remembered that I used to play Counter-Strike with a player named Sleeper, and they weren't very nice. Let's name myself Shoes. All right. We're going to skip the intro because I don't think anybody needs to see it again, but for the sake of this, let's not skip it, okay? In a place far away from anywhere else. Okay. You're a part of a group of explorers making your way through the forest. I just want to see if they added more stuff to the intro. Feeling a strange presence, you notice something between the trees. Drawn to it, you approach the strange relic and raise a hand towards it. Upon touching its surface, a blinding light engulfs you. Ooh. And then we begin. Okay, so with the miner, we get rations, we get a copper pickaxe, and of course we have the skill levels adjusted for mining. Now, there might be some stuff that I could have forgotten or something, and keep in mind during this playthrough, there might be times where I don't really talk very much, especially if I'm trying to concentrate or whatnot. So if I don't talk, you know, just know that it's, you know, I'm not trying to not be nice, but I'm just trying to concentrate for a few seconds. If you're playing along with me, you can go ahead and place your wood in any parts of your chest. And of course, if you hold shift, it'll do nothing right now. But if you go into your inventory and you hold shift while you're making your torch, you're going to make stacks on stacks of torches. I probably shouldn't have made that many, but it doesn't really matter. Wood is going to be pretty plentiful. So if you're starting out your world and you're concerned about wood not being available, don't worry. Then from there, you can also do one at a time and it'll create 3. You can right click and it won't do anything at all. You can hold control and it'll do a stack of max of 30, or basically a max size. I forget exactly what it is, but anyways, crafting just upgraded a little bit, or something upgraded, I think. Yeah, crafting did. And then from there, if you hold shift, you're going to be able to like hold shift and then right click to place down torches. So it's a pretty cool little maneuver. If you just got into Core Keeper and you don't know about it, that is a pretty neat little trick. As I go around and I remember a lot of this stuff, I will do my best to try to remember it and then talk about it so you guys can follow along with it too. And there might be periodically some stuff. Remember now, if you are playing as the explorer, of course you're gonna have the lantern to start, but I never do that because having the miner ability is actually really good, especially early on. Now, because we're making a world here, you're gonna start out with a new world. I'm going to try my best to just explore a smidge, but then I'm eventually going to dig out a lot of this area just because I want to do that, and I don't want to just place down random torches. Most of the stuff is pretty predetermined, so just get used to the fact that a lot of this area will be predetermined, and that's only just because the game wants to give you some mushrooms just in case you need to eat them and blah, 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 blah. Dying early on doesn't matter at all, so if you do die in Core Keeper, it's really not that bad on you, like, at all. Unless you're playing hardcore, which then, of course, you know, maybe be a little bit more careful. Being in the darkness is not like Don't Starve Together. It doesn't hurt you at all, so don't worry about that. But I'm just going to explore a little bit of my base. Not explore, sorry. I'm just going to dig out a little bit of my base just so I don't feel so claustrophobic. If you're just starting to play Core Keeper for the first time, I think you're going to enjoy it. I really do. I keep saying that, but I mean, it's true. This game is really awesome. So, also, I got lucky in my last world when I started, and I actually ran into an area that had a flintlock pistol or something right away. And so, which I usually, for some reason, the last time I didn't find that till like late game. It's not that good, but it's like good enough. So, hopefully I find something again. But honestly, these little mushroom dudes don't really do anything to you anyway, so. Just gonna grab a few things. Yeah, see in here, see these little huts that you find? Well, these are little new contraptions or whatever that you're gonna locate periodically, and inside of these are of course, you get some cool stuff from it. So I'm gonna grab as much as I can, basically looting this unfortunate little area. I sometimes don't mind just leaving them alone. Like, I think it's cool. I can't sleep in here or anything, but I don't really see any reason for like destroying it all. So I'm gonna leave this because I might end up turning this into something. Take this chest real quick. Take this. Okay, did I get anything good? I got a cabling thing. Of course, if you open your inventory and press shift and then click on it, you're good. Here's a weapon, which I just talked about. Here's some stuff. And here's a Tomb of the Dark, which I think it summons a bat. Yeah, so this is a new thing. What the heck just happened to that? Is that a glitch or something? What the? Oh, it dropped on the ground. That was weird. I like mouse just like bombarded. Anyways, you can go like this. You can summon it. It'll only last for 30 seconds. And I also got a crossbow. So this is pretty cool because I needed a weapon anyways. So the fact that you can find these pretty early is pretty nice. Okay, so let's go back to our base real quick. Sounds funny that I'm already running back even though I just said I wanted to explore a little bit. But I have a decent amount of copper, or enough to what I want to do with it. So let's do that. Now, what I usually like to do in my inventory, or what you're going to find, is that I like to leave a little bit of everything for emergency uses only. So if you see in your inventory, I have some wood, because wood is always useful, and that's for crafting a basic workbench wherever you go. So first things, before I do anything, let's dig out a small area. Eventually my base will look a lot more pretty, but you got to start somewhere, right? So let's start by getting to the basics, and then as soon as I'm done the basics, I'm going to put down a little crafting zone, and I got to make myself some food because my character's already getting hungry, so. But man, this game is so nice. You know, I've played lots of different survival games. Of course, everyone plays Terraria, Minecraft, all that stuff. And then as time goes on, you eventually realize, you know, like, oh, I wish like this was part of it, or this was in it, and this is one of those games that really like encompasses a lot of different stuff. Okay, so I don't want to make a sword because I don't need it. I don't need a log suit. It's a waste of money. But I will need a furnace, which is pretty good. Cooking pot, of course, comes after. Now, the furnace is going to only be using my copper ore, and because it's early game, it will smelt pretty quick. But if you want to get fancy-dancy, you can, of course, make as many as you want. You're only using dirt blocks to do this. So what I usually suggest doing is if you get a chance, just make like 4 of them. There's going to be times when you're like, or make as many as you want, really. I mean, you don't have to follow my exact guide or whatever. You can do it exactly how you'd like to. But nonetheless, it's pretty much free. Like, dirt blocks you're gonna get a million of them, so it's like you might as well just do what you got to do. Torches I might as well place right now, and of course you can place torches on the wall if you don't want them on the ground, which actually look a lot nicer. Eventually these walls will be replaced with something a little bit better, so I'm just putting them on the ground just because I want to do so. Except for here, because for some reason I don't want to do that here. But yeah, usually I'll like put them on like all the walls and stuff, but I'm gonna make different entrances and exits and blah blah blah. Okay, so let's put some more of these down. I want 1 more of these just because I want to be super sophisticated, even though I don't really have much to smelt and it's already smelted. As soon as I do that, I can go into my crafting skills, see if there's anything to do, and this is. So if you go into your mining or your areas over here, there's going to be little things that light up when you reach a certain amount of points, and you can invest into there. And then there's like a skill tree that once I reach 5 in here, you can kind of go down the list, and of course it tells you what it does. Mining damage. Next up, I have the choice of doing gain an additional ore or gain 2 durability on your tool. Of course I'm going to choose this one, but we'll worry about that when it gets to it. Okay, so now I have a little bit of copper, so I can go ahead and create a salvage and repair station if I want to repair my items, which is a good option. And I also want to make a cooking pot. You know, you don't need to do that, but I mean, it's probably not a bad idea. The cooking pot I'll put over here, and I will put down a chest where I can put a lot of my food. And then I will just jam away at a lot of my food in here. Just like this stuff, and then you can also auto sort. You can also auto quick stack by pressing Q or doing this. So if you had a separation of this, you press Q, it automatically put it in there. Or you can go ahead and do this and it'll push it from your inventory over there. Inventory, I forget what the auto sort is. Is it S or is it B, or does it tell you in the options? Controls. Okay. I wish you could have like the controls area here is still a little wonky. I feel like they got a little bit to work on. It just looks a little bit. This doesn't like fit the format really. I don't know. It's really weird. Move fast into creative mode. Blah blah blah. Shortcuts window. Rotate. Accelerate. Use offhand. Ping map. Blah blah blah. Sort inventories R. Okay, I changed it to R. That's why. So if I open up that and press R, it's going to auto sort my inventory. I don't recommend doing that unless you absolutely want to. But it's up to you, obviously, at that point. I need to make a chest. So let's go ahead and do that. And I'm going to put this tied into this area. There's a lot of automation in this game, so get ready for that down the road. I found some tin. I'm going to chuck it in there for now and get some tin stuff. And then I also have some scrap parts. And I want to make this little salvage and repair station. So, of course, I need more copper for that. But for now, let's just put it in here. The salvage and repair station I've already made. I don't know why I just said that. So now that I have this. So I can't just go ahead and repair this but I can because there's scrap parts in here. If you want to get extra scrap parts, all you literally have to do, use some wood in your inventory, which I'm sure you have a lot of. Make some of this junkin' like wooden swords or whatever, then go over to your repair station and you can just go reinforce or repair, or you're not going to obviously do that. You're going to go put them in here and you're going to click salvage. It's going to give you scrap parts, and it's also going to return you some wood value. So if you have some crappy items, you can do that. You can also do that with other things. Now, as you go down the list in the future, if you have, like, for example, higher up stuff down the road, just don't worry about it right now. I won't spoil anything. You will require some items in order to repair them on top of that. So you can't just, like, repair it with just scrap parts. But anyways, good to keep scrap parts on you because you can always repair them if you need to. But for now, it's not a big deal. Make another chest, and then I'm going to put some more stuff over here. I'm actually going to utilize this front zone as another little chest area. Boom, 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 boom. And then I'm going to put a bunch of crap in here that eventually there's not going to really matter to me now. This is for decorations and blah, blah, blah. I have food rations, which is going to help me, and rage potion doesn't really need it, and some valuables. So the next best thing is starting to cook, and then we will show you what to do. So you take 2 items in order to make something. You can basically mix and match whatever you want, and as you find more stuff down the road, you can put in the cooking pot. You can also put stacks, and it'll make whatever you need in order to consume your food and restore some HP. So that's basically what I'm going to do right now, is wait for my food to finish cooking, and boom. The other option is if you don't want to do that, you can let your character die and then you would just respawn in your area back to full HP. It's a little bit like cheating, but it doesn't really matter. And then, you know, as time goes on, you're going to create more and more stuff. So it regenerates your HP and also gives you a little bit of food. But as I started out with some food rations, it will give me food too. But I have mushrooms, so I might as well just eat that. And there we go. There's episode 1, the beginning of our Core Keeper run, as we are starting to dive back into Core Keeper 1.0. So huge shout out to the creators of Core Keeper for finally releasing this. Not finally, I shouldn't say it like that. For releasing this game fully. I'm very excited to get invested into it again. I hope you guys are excited to watch it, and I'm excited to be back. Thanks again for watching. I'll see you in episode 2.